Wayne Jackson of ManorFest, welcome back to the Razor's Edge.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's good to speak to you again. Yeah.
So there's a lot gone on since we had a chat back in March. I think it's fair to say you've had a tough year. And there's a lot of rumours on social media about what happened with ManorFest. So do you want to give your side of events of what exactly happened in May that led to the cancellation of this year's event?
Yeah, certainly. I'll try and go into as much detail as I can. Obviously, we've still got quite a lot of legal stuff going on and stuff in the background, but yeah, certainly. We were full steam ahead and everything. Me and my dad were and the guys at Whittlebury were full steam ahead and everything. Then how can I say this? Because we got offered, it was some industry experts, and that's should we say, we put really too much trust in them,
right?
And that ended up being it was downfall really, and there was bills going out, for crazy amounts of money. And and we just started to question just how much these bills were.
Yeah.
And our accountants were asking, is how come you're paying, this amount of money for stuff, and but we kept saying, we told, hey, is everything's good? Everything's good. So he's got no need to worry about anything. So that's we just kept going.
Yeah.
Then with these bills starting to rack up, we're there thinking, well, hang on a second, how come it's costing this much for like generators and fencing and stuff like this, and stuff. So we started questioning, his hell of a lot more, and we're just saying, surely if I'm paying, this much for generators, I could sort of power the whole of Yorkshire, for this money. You know what I mean? We've got it. It's a big site, but it's not going to cost that much to power, everything. You know what I mean? So anyway, so we started having a couple of meetings with them, and we kept, getting reassured, by these experts, this is how much stuff costs when and everything and stuff, And I go, well, it just seems a bit expensive to me. Is all this.
Yeah.
So we then started, getting prices and stuff on our own. And, we started getting help from other people, from friends of ours.
Yeah.
And everything. And he's involved he's in this industry. And we're getting quotes off them at a fifth of the price. Yeah. And everything. Anyway, so we're going back to that so-called experts and saying, well, how come I've just got this amount of money? I've just paid this amount of money, but I've just got a quote here, and it's like a fifth of what you just. It's a fifth of what you just told me.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, yeah, so don't worry about it, Wayne. Don't worry about it. Anyway, it all came to a head. We just had to part with this company.
Yeah.
There was other things that had gone on, but obviously for legal reasons, I just can't say at this point. But once it is all resolved and everything, is I'm willing to come back. I'll name names and everything. And stuff, which I am willing to do, once it's all sorted. Right. And and we just thought, right, is we'll start getting his money back from these experts. And we can start, just running it ourselves, which we did. We were full steam day and night. My dad, like I say, we've got a couple of other people involved who've done festivals and everything. And we've got a lot of contacts in getting kit. He's still kept our production guy and everything, and it was going absolutely great. But the only thing is we needed all this money to come back in.
Yeah.
And stuff. So he's waiting for this money to come back in. It's forever getting promised. It's going to be this date when it's going to be that date, and it's getting a bit closer and stuff. But everything's ordered. The vans is ready to set off with all the gear. And as we got told, it was on that Thursday when we ended up postponing it. He'll definitely be with us that day. And that was our cut-off point.
Yeah.
But up to that, the week before, me and my dad, we're sat in this very room and stuff where I'm speaking from, high-fiving each other, going, we've got everything, we've got everythhin. Can't wait to get in touch with all the bands and everything. It was amazing and stuff. It just needed a few more people, these volunteers just to help us out a little bit and stuff, which we ended up getting. And that then on the Thursday, it's a dreaded phone call. Just can't pay you, Wayne. Just can't pay you.
Right.
And I literally just broke down. And yeah. I just said, we just can't do it. We just literally can't do it. I just can't believe what you've just. I just can't believe what you've just done to me.
So was that really the straw that broke it all? That payment that.
Yeah, it was these payments what were coming in.
Yeah.
And and that's what just broke it. We put in so much hard work. Just me and my dad, and that just doing what these industry experts who people like totally recommended to us, and we did so much. Then it to be let down at the last minute.
Yeah,
it was crushing, absolutely crushing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and then I still get emotional about it now. It's because we put in it was that much hard work, it was that much passion and everything. If people are listening to this, I don't want any, sympathy or tears. I'm just basically telling you, just how it was.
I understand. Yeah.
And I said to my dad, right, we've got to do it. We've got to put that post up, and they started getting in touch with the bands first.
Yeah.
Then obviously it got leaked and what have you. Then I had to get in touch with the stage people. I had to get in touch with the production crew. I had to get in touch with all the kit that was coming in and stuff off the wagons, because they were setting off that Friday, and that it was all going to be there on the Monday, so we had to get all that. And it was just absolutely crushing. It was just, just to make that decision was just awful. It was just awful. Then we got in touch with the venue.
Yeah.
The venue came back to us and said, "Well, we'll drop all the chat. We'll drop the fees. We'll drop everything.
Yeah.
And stuff. We'll just make it happen. We'll just do it. Then we started getting in touch with a few people. Production crews said, Wayne, we'll drop our fees. We'll just make it happen. But then other people, weren't prepared to do it.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, because because we're all businesses at the end of the day, and it's without these like other people involved, then it just couldn't happen. Yeah. Then I could have got all of some stages, not a problem, but I couldn't have a band like Accept to play on a bloody tin pot stage, you know what I mean? And I couldn't have this production company and that do basically polishing a turd. He just couldn't do it. People are not, if I was paying 185 quid, there's no way I would have liked that.
No.
Just no way. There was just no way we could have done it.
Yeah.
So I just had to make that decision, and it was just like, it still makes me emotional now because, like I said, we just put that, so much into it. Well, just as from talking to you before, just how passionate we are about it.
Absolutely, yeah. I can understand how it's affected you, to be fair.
Yeah, and we were just so, close, honestly. And to have the rug swept from underneath us in one fell swoop like that, with these people basically not having a conscience, really. And and that's how it all went, really. And it's like I say, I've never cried so much ever in my life. I've just never been in that position before. It's just it's been hard, but we just had to do it. We just couldn't put a budget show on. Is what I'm trying to say. There was just no way we could have done it.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't live with. I think if we'd have gone ahead with that budget show, I think it would have been worse. I really do.
Yeah, I guess it's that repeat custom. Then, if you put on a half-hour show at the last minute, then no one's going to come back next year, are they? So rather postpone it than do that.
Yeah, exactly. And he came up with that decision with the venue.
Yeah. And
stuff at the end, and it was just like, I was going through it in my head, and I was just like, it is the right decision. And I know, like, people may not like it. It is me saying that, but it was honestly there was just no way we could have gone ahead with putting on a shit show. Basically, there was just no way.
Yeah, so you reference these industry experts, and obviously I don't want you to name and shame them at the moment, anyway, until your legal wranglings are over. But how did they get involved, and what did you bring them in to do?
It was virtually everything. I mean, this is what these people do, and we got told by several people that you have to do this. Right. This is and stuff. To take the pressure off you and stuff. These guys delegate everything.
Yeah.
So basically, they were getting everything for us. And maybe it was a bit of naivety on our part, putting so much trust and everything into these guys, and it hurt.
Yeah. So when I spoke to you in March, you'd not long given up your day job to focus on ManorFest. Yeah. So how has the events of this year put a strain on you personally?
Oh, big time, yeah, big time, yeah. I mean, obviously, I had to go back to work. I've just gone back to work and stuff, because otherwise, he's now just stuck in here, just answering emails, and so you get a bit of cabin fever and stuff. And it's once you start getting, a few bad emails coming through, it's just hard to escape.
Yeah.
So it's probably taken a strain. Yeah, it's some dark places have been visited.
Yeah, and how are you doing now? Are you over the worst of that now? Are you on the right track?
No, yeah, definitely. Just having people like my dad involved and everything, and like I say, I'm very sorry if I'm getting emotional and stuff. Yeah, just having people like it's just like my dad involved, because my dad's like the most positive person, out there. So it's him who's kept me. He's very positive. The people of Whittlebury,
yeah,
as well, have been amazing. And they said to me, Wayne, the hotel have been doing events for years and years, and we've had to postpone or cancel, events, but we're still here, Wayne, and stuff. We're still here. Yeah. And stuff, and they said you will be as well. He shall still be here, and I've just got to get through this bad patch and everything. Yeah, which has been an emotional roller coaster. I mean, the first week was just horrendous.
I can imagine.
The first week, threats.
Yeah.
And that threats was is one just against me, which is I can take, but when they're aimed at my wife and they're aimed at my dad,
yeah,
it was very upsetting, and it was tough. It was tough, but like I say, he's over the past, I say 6 weeks, the support has just been amazing.
Yeah.
We've had quite a lot of agents come through, and that for us, which we've got some really exciting news coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
And stuff, which we're going to announce. The past 6 weeks have just been amazing. I've been really positive, and been talking to the guys at Whittlebury. We've got a brand new team,
right,
as well. So so we're constantly in touch with them as well, and and it's with their support. I've managed to get through it, and but it's certainly been tough. But you just got to move forward, or move forward as much as you can. And
I get that.
Yeah.
So has the whole experience put you off promoting festivals in the future at all?
No. That's right. No, at first it did, to be honest. I said, right, that's it. That is it. I don't think we can do this again.
Yeah.
And my dad was just like, no, we've got to do it. We have to do it.
Yeah.
And so, he's got to keep on with ManorFest North, which the support of that has been amazing.
Brilliant.
The whole support through that has just been outstanding. I've had agents getting in touch with me going, what's going on? What band can I give you? What bands can I give you and stuff? We really need to get this moving.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's
support within the industry to help.
That's it. And it's like other people are getting in touch with me. He's even like a couple of the smaller bands were getting in touch with me and going, come on, we're gonna make this happen. And that, then like I say, he was chatting to the guys in Whittlebury, was saying, come on, we have to do this. There's so much potential in this, with the location, with everything.
Yeah.
And stuff with your passion, and the new team that you've got, we can drive forward. And it's with all that, he's just said, I've just great. We'll do it. We'll do it. I mean, it's like I said, the past 6 weeks have been amazing. We've, endless emails, phone calls, and stuff. And it's like I say, I think going back to work has just helped, because he's just taking my mind off things. Then, but no, it hasn't put me off at all. It hasn't put me off. Again, we've got some other events happening next year as well.
Yeah,
which we're just waiting for confirmations on. It'd just be like in all days and stuff, out and about, and we're just waiting for confirmations on them. Then we'll be announcing them as well.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
So obviously later in the year, after your news, Dominion suffered a similar fate to yourselves. So what were your thoughts when you saw everything go down with Dominion Fest?
Yeah, I really felt for him. I really did, because after experiencing what we went through and stuff, I was saying to my dad, I just hope it goes ahead. And stuff we were both sort of willing him on, and I'm going, come on, is you got to do it? I was actually in touch with him.
Oh, right, okay.
And I was saying, you just got to do it. Just do it. If you need any help or anything, I could give you some contacts or anything and stuff, Then of course we heard it got postponed, and we're just like, oh man, Then it was supposed to be October or something. Yeah, it was supposed to be like last week or something. It was supposed to be
last weekend.
That's it.
I'm not sure last weekend.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And as soon as I put that up, I just thought it just ain't going to happen. Yeah. It just ain't going to happen. I mean, it's on one of these. It's rain, cold, whatever it is. It don't bother me, but it's not a right good, it's not a right good selling point in October in a tent, and that's to me. But I just hope for next year. I think they're rescheduled to May, if I'm right, the start of May. So I just hope, everything goes all right for them, and I think a lot of people want it to happen as well, which is good.
Yeah.
And that I've seen some really good positive, comments. If you're wanting to go ahead, and I really hope it does, and it's just like us. I just hope that they've learned from that, which we all have.
Yeah,
and stuff. So yeah.
So looking forward to a brighter future away from this year. And you said you've had a good 6 weeks, the last 6 weeks. So what's 2023 ManorFest going to look like? Are you looking at same size sort of festival that you're planning for?
Yeah, we've how can I say it? He's going to keep it the same sort of size. We've got the guys from Wilbury who are 100% behind it for next year. I'm just trying to think how much I can say, so that's why I'm just being a bit hesitant.
No, that's fine.
I
haven't made the announcement yet, so
that's it. Yeah, but hey, it's going to be a really good event. We've got everything in place already.
Yeah.
And stuff. We've been working, behind the scenes, really frantically, but in a good way. It's in a positive way. We've already secured quite a lot of bands already from last year.
Brilliant.
And so to this year, well, for next year, sorry. And we've also got some amazing additions as well.
Great.
And it's just like, oh my God, we've got this band playing on this day, and it's just like, oh my God. But the people who we've been working with have just been amazing. They've just said, come on, we've got to make this happen. And I was chatting to one of the bands a few weeks ago, and they're saying, look, we really, it's going to happen. And I goes, it's going to happen. So, it is there like, we can't wait. We just can't wait. We're going to do this show, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. And, but yeah, I think we've learned so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
From that postponement, we've gone, well, we can do this. We know people who can do this. But because we were so, it was side-blinded by these companies saying, "Oh, we can give you this, can give you that," and so it's, I think now, because just because of that, we can actually say it's going to happen, because we've got this guy who knows these people and stuff. We've got these guys who know, them people. So it's all. We just can't wait, honestly. Everything's going to be more in-house, like you say. So, but size-wise, yeah, it's going to be using the same spaces as this year for next year. Yeah. We've got some really good ideas in the pipeline, as far as the stages goes. It's all working out really good at the moment, and we just can't wait. We're going to be announcing the dates pretty soon, as well. Now, within a couple of weeks, we were going to try and announce them earlier, but because of contracts with other bands, I think they've got some tours coming up. So we just said, right, we'll wait for a couple of more weeks. We'll wait till after ManorFest North, then we'll get the dates announced. Then I think we've got 4 or 5 new bands to announce as well.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
So you've mentioned ManorFest North a couple of times. That's coming up in a few weeks. And you've got a great lineup for that, including the likes of Evil, Video Nasties, Assenvel, even Imperium, who blew Bloodstock away this year. So how hard was it to put that ManorFest lineup together, especially after what had happened earlier in the year, the North lineup, sorry? Yeah,
you know what? I was expecting everybody just say no. I was expecting everyone just say, no way, no, don't trust you anymore, don't trust you. And I said, right, and I said to my dad, right, if that's the outcome, that's the outcome. These will just scrap it. But everyone going to me, what's happening with ManorFest North? Easy Vile's agent again in touch with me. But what's happening with ManorFest North? I goes, well, if you still want to do the gig, we'll do it. Then I got in touch with Carnation. We've been trying to get Carnation for a couple of years. Yeah. And they just said, yeah, we're doing it. Then he just sort of went into place. I was just like, this is amazing. And that got my spirits up even more. And, having like Assenvel on, his bands like Divine Chaos. Yeah. It goes for Atlantis, like you say, Imperium as well. Yeah. Hellfected, Thrasher Wolf, and Fellowship. It was somebody sent me a link for Fellowship. Yeah. It was about 2 weeks before I started planning, and I just thought, I've got to get this band on. If you haven't checked them out, check out Fellowship.
I haven't checked them out actually. So
yeah, I was just like, for fans of Sellsword and stuff like. Yeah, check them out. They're just amazing. But yeah, I must admit, I was expecting it just ain't going to happen. But the support of it, and it's just been great. People say, "Oh, is there any chance we can play? Is there any room? Is there any room you've got left?" And I goes, "No, we're proper stacked up now and stuff." We're all going to have another headliner, but and stuff for the Sunday. But because Assenvel has stuck by us. We've boosted them up to the headliners. So on the Sunday. So yeah.
Brilliant. So that has the makings of a great weekend, and I hope anyone listening to this will go and grab some tickets before that happens in a couple of weeks. So I've got one final question for you tonight, Wayne. Yep. Have you got a message for all the fans who had tickets for this year's main event and that are considering going next year? What would you say to those people?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say firstly to everybody who rolled over, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. It's been amazing. The amount of people who have rolled over the tickets was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so, obviously we're expecting quite a lot of, refunds and stuff, which, he's just dealing with the last few. So if you are listening to this, everything should be sorted within the next week or two. Then we can draw a line under it and it's done. But to the guys who rolled over the tickets, honestly, thank you so much. And I just want to thank you for the kind emails, the words of support, and that from you guys has been awesome. For people thinking about buying tickets next year, do it, honestly. The lineup is amazing. Going to do like a special offer and stuff to start off with. The first 4 or 5 bands what we're going to announce, are amazing.
Yeah.
And stuff. The whole lineup is amazing. It's going to go ahead. It's going to go ahead no matter what. And everything's in place. And that's for it to happen now.
Brilliant.
And it will be more transparent. Will be as transparent as anything. It will be as transparent. And have the ticket sales for everything. So yeah, we just can't wait to see you there for 2023. It's going to be amazing. I just can't wait. And for the other stuff that we've got planned for next year as well, we've already got bands lined up for that as well, and that for a couple of all day gigs, and the lineups for them are looking really good as well. So yeah, like I said, just thank you for your kind words. Just thanks for the support. It's thank you. It's you and Kat as well.
Yeah.
And for your support and everything. And he's just to everyone. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So Wayne, I wish you the best of luck for ManorFest North in a couple of weeks, and I can't wait to hear what you've got planned for ManorFest 2023, because you look excited talking to you. So
I am honestly. I am. There's some really good stuff happening. Honestly, if I could announce now, I would do. But honestly, he's keep your eyes on he's on the pages as well, because there's some really good stuff happening. It's just mind blowing, and again, for the agents who have supported us, and through this, and the fans.
Yeah.
We just won't be able to do it next year if we want for the fans and everyone's support. So like I say, I'm well excited for next year. I'm well excited.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.